Melinda's Prepper Kitchen. Today we're going to be pressure canning seasoned pinto beans. Who doesn't love seasoned pinto beans, y'all? That is a wonderful southern meal. Some good old seasoned pinto beans, fried potatoes, and cornbread. That's for dinner. Anyway, so let's go ahead and let's get set up and let's get to preserving these beans. Okay guys, so one of the first things I want to show you is that I do have my beans soaking. Now this is not a overnight soak. This is about a 4-hour soak. So it's usually recommended that you soak them overnight, but these work fine. It's up to you. You can soak them overnight or you could do a quick soak. I like to do the quick soak method. So I'm going to strain these and get these ready to go in. Also over here, I want to show you that in my canner, I have water up to the line. I also have a splash of vinegar down in there, as well as I have a trivet down in there that my jars are going to sit up on to keep from sitting on the bottom of the canner. You never, ever, ever want to set your jars directly on the bottom of the canner. So I do have it set on 6.5, got it warming up. I'm going to be using hot water in my jars, so I want to have not too hot, but, you know, warmed up canner going. So let's get over here and take a look at what we got. All right, I have drained out the water off of my pinto beans. I got them over here. Y'all, I just love this great big old pot and this strainer. I just love it. All right, y'all, so let's get started. Let me get you set up and we'll get started putting these beans in the jar. All right, so this is what I've got set up for all the things that I'm going to use when canning my seasoned beans. I've got a half a teaspoon and a teaspoon measuring spoon. Of course, I got my jars and lids. I've got some minced onions. I also have some better than ham bouillon. I have my canning salt, my funnel, my debubbler, and a spoon to get my better than ham out with. All right, so let's get started. I almost forgot something again, y'all. All right, so I also have here, it is a piece of paper towel folded up, and I have vinegar on it. I like to use vinegar. Vinegar helps to remove any kind of grease or residue off of your jars. So those are the things you're gonna need to can seasoned pinto beans. All right, so usually the first thing I like to do is I like to go ahead and season up my jars. So I'm taking my canning salt. You do not want to use regular iodized salt because it's going to make your jars all cloudy. So try to use a canning salt, salt without iodine in it. So what I'm going to put in here, I'm going to put about just a little shy of a half a teaspoon of salt in each one of these jars. Probably more like a quarter teaspoon. But you be the judge on how much salt you like in your beans. That's the beauty of seasoning them up. You season them with what you like. I'm going to put a teaspoon of my minced onions in each one. I love having them already pre-made up and seasoned up, because if it can't push to shove, I've already got them ready to go. I don't have to worry about water resources. I don't have to worry about sitting over a hot fire for hours and burning up my wood or fuels. So there's a lot of pros to going ahead and pressure canning them ahead of time. All right, so I got my minced onion in there. Now y'all, I love this better than ham bouillon for seasoning my beans. That's, for the most part, that's all I use the better than ham for. Now I do use the other ones for a bunch of other cooking, the garlic, the chicken, and so on. But for the ham, I mostly use it in my beans. I suppose you could do a gravy with the better than ham. But anyway, this is delicious. It is a little bit harder to find than the other ones. I have been able to find them at Food City, but the last time I went, they had everything but this. So that's got me a little concerned. So next time I see them, I'm definitely going to stock up on those. I just put approximately a teaspoon of the better than ham in each one of these jars. Now you can use the Goya brand ham flavoring, but you need to use like 3 or 4 packets of that to get the a good seasoning out of them. The Goya does not put off tons of seasoning of, you know, flavor. All right, I got that in all of them. See how easy and how quick doing this is? All right, so now let's get on to the beans. When you do the par soak method, I fill, well, the soak method period, I fill my jars about 3/4 of the way full with beans. And they tend to come out beautifully that way. There you go. 3/4, a little shy of 3/4, somewhere along that area. You don't have to be exact. I have 3 pounds of beans is what I have opened up to can these jars. Let's just see how many jars we can get out of it. Might be able to cook some up for dinner, who knows? We'll see. Looks like I might, well, I don't know. Anyway, let me get these jars full and I'll bring you back. All right, got all my jars filled up. I had just a teeny bit left over. Unfortunately, not enough to do dinner with, so I just sprinkled them out and about into the jars. All right, so now I'm going to put hot. This water is out of my faucet, but it is a hot water, and I'm going to fill it up with a 1-inch headspace. As you, let's see, can you see? All right, I'm going to get my debubbler. Scoot these back, see if you can see better. There we go. You make sure you debubble all your jars. Get as many air bubbles out as possible. And if you want to, you can stir up the mixture down below. Kind of help spread it out throughout the jar, even though it's going to do that during the process. All right. I'm going to do that to the rest of these jars, and I'll bring you right back. All right, I've got them all filled up within 1-inch headspace. Got them all debubbled. Now we're going to take our napkin that's got our vinegar on it, and we're going to wipe the rings and make sure we get every bit of any specks whatsoever that might be on these jars, because that will prevent them from sealing. It's a bummer when you have an unsealed jar. Okay. All right. Now that we've got them all wiped down, we're going to take our lid and we're going to put it on our jar. But I don't want you to wrench it on there. Wrench. You just want to fingertip tight. It's got to be able to have a way for the air that's remaining in the jar has got to be able to escape. So if you wrench it on there, then it's going to be too tight and the air won't be able to get out. So let's get these into the canner. All right, I have my lid on my canner now. Now I'm going to turn this up just under the high. I'm going to get it going, and I'm waiting for a steady stream of steam to come out of this vent right here. And when I see that start, I'll bring you back. There they are, 7 quarts in my canner. I'm using the 23-quart Presto canner if you're curious. All right, I don't know if you can see it or not, but I have a steady stream of heat that's coming out of my vent. So now I'm going to set a 10-minute timer. Whatever you do, don't skip this step. Set your 10-minute timer. All right, it's been 10 minutes since I set my timer. The reason for setting a timer once you get a good steady stream of steam like that is because you're letting the air come out of the canner. So you never want to skip that step. So now that we've had the 10 minutes of the steady stream of steam, we are now going to put our weight on. You check your area for what PSI for your canner is. Mine is at 10 pounds of pressure. So we're going to bring this up to 10 pounds of pressure. Then we're going to set our timer for 90 minutes because I'm doing quarts. Anytime you do meats and beans, it is 90 minutes for quarts and 75 minutes for pints. So I will bring you back when I get through with the canning process. All right, guys, time is up. I processed them for 90 minutes. So now you just shut the burner off, let it sit there. Don't touch your pan. Don't remove the weight. Don't do anything. Let it cool down completely and lose all pressure. Making sure that that little pressure gauge in the back is completely flat before you open your canner. I'll bring you back when it's time to open my canner. All right, there they are. I got 7 quarts of seasoned pinto beans ready for my pantry shelf. Just that easy, y'all. All right, y'all, give this video a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button and leave any tips and tricks you might have in the comment section below. Keep on keeping on, and I'll see you next time back at Linda's Prepper Kitchen. Bye, everyone.